Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery. Absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. Become the coach who cannot be compared. How your expertise and soul blend makes you unique and incomparable in the market. Yes, a very warm welcome to the High End and Frequency Business Podcast number 32. In the show notes at www.lisettelucas.com/B32, you can find all the links I talk about during this podcast. And download completely free my Lisette Lucas app for iOS as Android. And you can find my Energy Joy Mastery Academy over there, and as well all the podcasts. And if you would like to work on your frequency, then I highly recommend my Above the Golden Line method, including a free hypnotation that's really powerful, that shifts your frequency immediately above the golden line. And if you want to know what the golden line is about and what is under the golden line, well, then just click on the download link and I give you all the information. Well, become the coach who cannot be compared. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the coach who is similar to everyone else and completely overwhelmed versus the unique soul-aligned coach, and how you can become incomparable and create your own niche within your niche and market, and how you can activate your unique soul power. And really important, how daring to claim your power makes you absolutely incomparable, and how you can break blocks, break through fear of change, and take powerful action steps. Well, become the coach who cannot be compared. Why is that important? Well, if you are a coach who can be compared, like I call that Googleable coach. I worked with a lot of hypnotherapists as well. They were all Googleable. I don't know if that's the correct English words, but that's how we say it in Dutch. Like when you are a coach with a specific area of expertise and that's trained in a certain way and following those strict lines within those trained areas, then you become a coach who can be Googleable and who can be compared, because maybe within your area or within your country, maybe like there are 50 or 100 or 1,000 coaches who are doing exactly the same thing. And then people, especially when you're in the Netherlands, people always want to save money. So they start to Google and they just check, oh, this one is charging so much, this person is charging so much. And you don't want to be that coach, at least when you're listening to this podcast. I bet you don't want to be that coach who can be compared, because I don't want to be that coach. And I'm not that coach, because what I'm doing, nobody else is doing. Yes, don't get me wrong. There are loads of mediums. There are loads of business coaches. But I created a niche within my niche. I created my own marketplace within the market space. You can look at it like that. And listen also to podcast 31, because I talk about this subject as well, because it's so important to understand this and to make that choice within yourself first, because that's the first step. It always starts with the choice. And you have a choice to take action, or you have a choice to stay where you are. And then we know if you stay where you are, things aren't going to change. But you're listening to this podcast, or you're looking at this podcast video, and then I know something within you is like calling you, letting you know, letting you feel, gives you that certain curiosity or eagerness. I remember when I started my journey, it was curiosity, it was eagerness, it was a drive. I didn't understand even why I had it that powerful. I called it my soul pool. And when I say it, it feels like from that area within your stomach, like I was being pulled in a certain area. And when I thought of shifting my business or learning a new skill or expertise, I got that bubbly champagne vibe, and I didn't even understand it, but like I knew I had to follow that feeling. And that's the way my intuition talks to me, my soul talks to me. It's like, okay, Lisette, it's a lot of money to invest. We all know how that feels when you want to do something and then you hear the amount you have to invest in yourself, like, oh, certain kind of pain comes in, and then you get that pity in your tummy as well. But when you go back to the initial feeling, that bubbly champagne vibe was there. That happy, I call that energy joy vibe was there. And that was the initial feeling. So always go back to that initial feeling and then remember, oh, that's a yes. That's a yes for me. This is the path. This is the road I have to take. And why is this important as well? Because we're talking about the coach who is similar to all coaches. And when you're listening to this, you're probably at a certain time and place where you are comparable to other coaches or comparable in your field of expertise or whatever you're doing. And then my bet is, because I've lived through this myself, you're overwhelmed. You're struggling. You're struggling to get new clients, or you're struggling to deal with all the clients for that certain type of amount, that low rate, and the energy exchange. And you're at a point like, do I still want to do this? I'm giving away so much value. I'm helping so much people, but it's not, the balance is gone. The balance is gone. And when you feel like the balance is gone and you get that resistance within you, then you know it's time for change. Resistance doesn't mean like you have to drop everything and turn around like 180 degrees and do something else. No, resistance is a sign that it's ready to go to the next level, to make a small shift, a small change, and step into that next power step. Because every step you take is a next power step. So what I teach people, what I learn people, and what my high-end and frequency business expertise is, in combination with my high-end success mediumship, I learn people how to become the unique soul-aligned coach. Soul-aligned coach. And it's not like I'm going to train you what you have to coach. No, I'm learning you how to go within yourself, how to connect to your inner kingdom, how to accelerate all that expertise and wisdom that's within you from your starter's potential. And when we activate that, and when you can learn how to channel that, and when you can learn how to put it out there into the world and blend that with your expertise and your soul wisdom, you become incomparable. You become incomparable. Then you can do something that nobody else is doing. You can do that within the niche you're already in, but you're niching within your niche to an area of expertise that's not even out there. That's not even out there. And now you're thinking like, oh, what do I have to do? No, you don't have to think about it. It comes to you. It's like, well, to be honest, like my success mediumship, my high-end success mediumship, it came to me. And I first became the success medium because I'm really into success coaching. So I integrated that. It just evolved like that. And then I felt, wow, I'm giving so much value. My own students at a certain point said, wow, Lisette, you're giving so much value for the prices you charged. And I thought, okay, this is my sign. I can change my program. I can start to work with the people I want to work with. I don't want to be that overwhelmed and drained coach anymore. I'm giving away so much value. I give so much energy out there. The energy exchange has to be in balance. So when you combine that giving value, when you combine that with frequency work, and when you combine that with high level skills and expertise, well, then you absolutely become incomparable. And this is what I do. This is what I people help and coach with in my own unique soul-aligned way. And I know for a fact, because I did it, I know you can do that as well. And why is this way of working so powerful? Well, first of all, overwhelm. I don't have that anymore because I created my program in a certain way that I only work with coaches and people who are ready to invest in themselves at a certain level. And then I can send all my energy to them. I can help them to the best of my ability. And after I've done that, I have time for me. I have time for my family, my kids. I have time to create. And this is what high-end, high-level, high frequency looks like for me. This is what I choose. So you can say, well, I love working from 9 to 6, and then in the evening, maybe 2 hours from 8 to 10, coaching as well. If you love that, please keep on doing that. But I'm highly sensitive. I have to be careful with my energy. When I was younger, after the birth of my first son, I got an autoimmune disease, a Graves' disease, and I have to be careful with the energy. So the energy, I have to give it to myself first before I can give it to the clients and people I work with. So for me as well, that's one of the reasons why I chose this model. Because first of all, self-care is the most important thing there is. Self-care, self-love. And then after that, and that's a part of self-love as well, you can activate and learn how to activate your inner unique soul power. And when you combine that with your expertise as a coach and you activate and accelerate that soul power within, you become an absolute force of nature. You become the person you're destined to be, not only for yourself, not only for the people around you, your family, the loved ones, but for the world, for the world. So I dare you to claim your power. Why do I do that? Because I know it makes you incomparable. Incomparable. Whatever language you speak, wherever you come from, it doesn't matter. We all can make that choice to step into our own soul-aligned power and to activate that and to bring it out to the world. So this might sound simple, the way I bring it across, and it is simple. It is simple, absolutely. Everybody can do this. But I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. Why is it not easy? Because we have to break through old patterns, old belief systems, old layers of earthly dust. I call that the old stories, And I have really powerful tools because I had to do that with myself as well. And I'm doing the work on a daily basis. Because when you're committed to success, committed to become the coach who cannot be compared, you have to keep doing the work. When you think you can just wait and it will come to you, no, sorry, going to disappoint you. And to be honest, I don't work with people who think like that. I can help you activate. So if you're at the moment sitting like, I don't know what to do, and I can help you activate that, but I need to feel from your heart, from your core, from your essence, the commitment. I need to feel it and I see it within your energy. So I'm always really honest if I want to work with you or not. I have to be clear about that because that's really important. And that's one of the things I want for you as well, that you can choose who you want to work with, because otherwise you can send them to other coaches who can be compared, because that's easy to choose from. Then you can choose by rate. But when you work with me, you choose to work for value, the value you want to give to yourself first. And when you give it to yourself first, you ignite that light, that fire within you. You become that beacon of light and you can send it out to the world. And people will start to talk about you. Well, first of all, they're going to talk about the changes and the transformation you created within them and how you activated them, because you've helped them to do that, like I help you to do that. But eventually you do the work yourself. I'm just giving you the tools, the techniques, and the energy work that you need to do that. But what happens along the process? You start to ignite that fire, that soul fire that's within you, that golden energy. Your frequency is starting to change. The old baggage is gone. The lessons from the baggage we kept because that's what we need. That's why you had to go through them. But all the heavy energy we don't need anymore. And well, there's so much to share, so much to talk about, but breaking through those layers, doing the work and daring yourself to claim your power. That's the most important part. So my question for you now, do you dare yourself? Do you dare yourself to reclaim your power? Because it's already there. It's already there. And maybe you're using already parts of it because when you are a coach, I understand you need that. Otherwise, you can't even be there for other people. But are you ready to dare yourself to claim that higher power that's within you? And from that higher power, you can shift to higher grounds. And I know for a fact that's so available for you. You just have to take that step. So if you're ready to become the coach who cannot be compared, please reach out, send me a DM with the word incomparable or put the word incomparable in the comments and I'll connect to you. And then we can make an appointment for a soul connection call where I'll be really honest if we are the right fit or not. So I dare you again to become that coach who is incomparable and step into that beautiful soul power from where you can create the most powerful and the most impactful business and life. Well, thanks so much for listening. The show notes are at www.lisettelucas.com/B32 and download my totally free Above the Golden Line method. That's absolutely worth gold. Well, thanks so much again. Looking forward to hear from you, to connect, or see you again. Bye. Thank you for listening to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my Energy Joy world, please drop me a DM and really looking forward to connect.